Hello, Blue Room friends. I'm here to read you the rest of the last Mercy Watson book. Remember, it is called Mercy Watson, Something Wonky This Way Comes, written by Kate DiCamillo and illustrated by Chris Van Dusen. And if you'll remember, Mercy was going all around the drive-in theater stealing everybody's popcorn. And Mrs. Watson was crying because she couldn't find Mercy, and Eugenia Lincoln was eating popcorn, and Officer Tomalello was looking for the screaming, and Francine Poulet was looking for the pig. So let's see what happens next. Chapter 12. Leroy Ninker heard people screaming about monsters. Leroy Ninker heard people shouting about pigs. Leroy Ninker saw a woman with a net run past the concession stand. "What are you trying to catch?" said Leroy Ninker. "A pig," said the woman with the net. "A pig?" said Leroy Ninker. "That's right," said the woman. "You're not going to catch livestock with a net," said Leroy Ninker. "What you need is a lasso. Yippee-yi-yo!" Mr. Watson and Mrs. Watson and Stella and Frank and Baby shouted, "Mercy! Mercy! Mercy!" "Should you remain calm?" Officer Tomalello asked. "You most definitely should remain calm." At the ticket counter, Beatrice Lipa Leone took her glasses off and put them back on. "Wonky," said Beatrice Lipa Leone. "Wonky in the extreme. Maybe it's some kind of emergency. Maybe I should call for help." Beatrice Lipa Leone adjusted her glasses. She picked up the phone. Beatrice Lipa Leone dialed the fire department. Chapter 13. Mercy was having a wonderful time. She had consumed a large amount of buttered popcorn, and now people were chasing after her. Mercy loved a chase. She ran faster. She kicked up her heels. "Gotcha!" shouted Francine Poulet. Francine Poulet netted Officer Tomalello. "Yippee-yi-yo!" shouted Leroy Ninker. He lassoed Francine Poulet. "Fascinating," said Alfred P. Tompkins. "Simply fascinating." There was the sound of a siren. There was the flash of lights. A fire truck pulled into the Bijou. "Things seem to be a bit out of control," said the fireman named Ned. "It's the movies," said the fireman named Lorenzo. "They make people crazy." "Actually," said a man who was standing next to Ned, "I think the pig is making people crazy." "Holy smokes, I know that pig," said Lorenzo. "That's the toast-loving pig from Decawoo Drive." "I'll tell you," said the man standing next to Ned, "this is way better than any movie I've ever seen. It's all been fascinating. Simply fascinating." "I guess it's time for us to come to the rescue," said Ned. "We should do what only firemen can do," said Lorenzo. Ned and Lorenzo took off running. Ned and Lorenzo ran very fast. Ned and Lorenzo caught up with Mercy. "Hey," said Ned, "how's about some toast?" "Yes," said Lorenzo, "how's about some toast with a great deal of butter?" Mercy stopped running. She sat down. Mercy thought very hard. Toast sounded like an excellent idea to her. Toast always sounded like an excellent idea to her. Ned sat down next to Mercy. He put his arm around her. "Oh," said Mrs. Watson, "you found her." "How will we ever be able to thank you for helping us locate our darling, our dear," said Mr. Watson. "Well," said Ned, "I'm a little hungry." "Toast would be good," said Lorenzo. "Toast," said Mrs. Watson. "I would love to make some toast. Who else would like some toast?" Look, my friends, they're all getting together to have so much toast. "We never did get to see that movie," said Stella. "I wonder if it ended happily," said Frank. Well, said Mrs. Watson, here we are, all of us together. And we're all eating toast, said Mr. Watson. I can't imagine a happier ending than that, said Mrs. Watson. It's the happiest possible ending, said Baby Lincoln. It's almost like a love story. It is a love story, said Mr. Watson. It's very inspirational, said Mrs. Watson. All right, my friends, that is the end of our Mercy Watson books. I hope you enjoyed them. I'll see you again soon. Goodbye, friends.